He's one of the fastest players to ever grace the football pitch, a World Cup winner and a nightmare for defenders. But just how dangerous was Kylian Mbappé at his prime? In today's video, we'll break down the explosive pace, clinical finishing, and tactical genius that made him one of the deadliest forwards in the world. From his lightning-fast counterattacks to his big-game performances, get ready to dive into the unstoppable force that was Prime Mbappé. Defining Mbappé's prime years. Unlike traditional footballers whose prime often arrives in their mid to late 20s, Kylian Mbappé fast-tracked his career trajectory to elite status well before most of his contemporaries. By age 18, he was already a key player at AS Monaco, guiding them to a historic League One title in 2016-17 and a semi-final appearance in the UEFA Champions League. However, most football analysts agree that Mbappé's true prime years began from 2018 onwards, coinciding with his breathtaking performances at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. Between 2018 and 2023, Mbappé matured from an electrifying teenage prodigy into a fully fledged global superstar, dominating at both Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, and on the international stage with France. These years witnessed him not just refining his raw speed and dribbling, but also developing an exceptional understanding of positioning, off-the-ball movement, and playmaking, ultimately transforming him into a multi-dimensional attacking juggernaut. Numbers that terrify defenders. If one metric defines just how dangerous Prime Mbappé was, it is his outrageous statistical output. Across the 5-season span from 2018 to 2023, he consistently produced numbers that ranked him among the elite. He scored over 30 goals per season in all competitions during this stretch, a feat rarely seen in the modern game, even with stacked club squads like PSG. For example, in the 2021-22 season, Mbappé netted 39 goals and provided 26 assists in 46 appearances, totaling 65 goal contributions in less than 50 matches. Such balance between scoring and assisting showcased how he wasn't simply a poacher but rather a creator-finisher hybrid, capable of dismantling defenses both as a direct threat and as a facilitator for his teammates. His League One dominance is particularly noteworthy. Mbappé consistently finished at or near the top of the Golden Boot charts, frequently recording 20+ goals and double-digit assists annually. At international level, by the age of 24, he had already surpassed 40 international goals, including an unforgettable hat-trick in the 2022 World Cup final against Argentina, underlining his status as a truly big-game player. These numbers are staggering not merely in their volume but also in their consistency and versatility. Pace and acceleration. His most fearsome weapon. If there's one aspect of Mbappé's game that immediately strikes fear into the heart of defenders, it is his sheer pace. Clocked at speeds exceeding 36 km/h 22.4 in competitive matches, Mbappé has consistently ranked among the fastest footballers in the world. But raw top speed alone isn't what makes him terrifying, it's his explosive acceleration over the first 5-10 meters that leaves defenders flat-footed. Whether exploiting high defensive lines, counter-attacking from deep, or making off-the-shoulder runs, Mbappé could transform defensive situations into scoring opportunities within seconds. His ability to stretch defenses and create space for teammates was invaluable, especially when combined with his close control at full sprint, an incredibly rare skill that made him nearly uncontainable in open space. This weaponized speed made many elite fullbacks and center-backs, players like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gerard Piqué, and Mats Hummels, look ordinary in one-on-one situations. Defenses had to drop deeper just to cope with his threat, warping entire tactical systems and creating massive gaps for PSG's creative midfielders and other forwards to exploit. Finishing mastery. Lethal from all angles. What makes Prime Mbappé particularly dangerous is that once he beat his defender, the threat didn't end. It often culminated in a clinical finish. Throughout his prime years, Mbappé honed an exceptional array of finishing techniques. His composed 1v1 finishes, curling shots into the far corner, precise low drives, and deft chips became hallmarks of his game. Unlike many pacey forwards who struggle with decision-making in the final third, Mbappé demonstrated remarkable calmness in front of goal. Moreover, he was equally comfortable finishing with both feet. While naturally right-footed, Mbappé developed a strong left foot, enabling him to score confidently from either side of the box. His ability to cut inside from the left wing and curl shots into the far corner, reminiscent of Thierry Henry, became an almost predictable but unstoppable move. He was also highly adept at volleyed finishes, first-time shots, and opportunistic poaching inside the box. By blending natural instinct with technical finesse, Mbappé became not just a sprinter but a killer in front of goal. Dribbling and close control. While Mbappe's pace often grabs headlines, his dribbling ability deserves equal praise. His low center of gravity coupled with lightning-quick footwork allowed him to execute tight dribbles in congested areas. His signature move, the quick feint followed by a burst of acceleration, left defenders rooted to the spot, much like the best of Messi or Neymar. He wasn't purely reliant on stepovers or flashy tricks, rather Mbappe's dribbling was functional and devastatingly efficient. Whether isolating defenders out wide or slicing through compact backlines, he frequently combined simple body feints, shoulder drops, and quick shifts of balance to bypass opponents. His dribbling wasn't just effective, it was progressive. Rarely would Mbappé dribble sideways or backwards. His intention was almost always to advance towards goal, keeping defenders under constant duress and forcing errors that opened up chances either for himself or for his teammates. Intelligence and off-the-ball movement. Prime Mbappe's danger wasn't solely based on what he did on the ball. His off-the-ball movement was just as lethal. He had an uncanny knack for timing runs to perfection, rarely getting caught offside yet consistently arriving in scoring positions at just the right moment. He mastered the art of ghosting between defenders, making diagonal runs from wide positions or cutting inside to occupy central pockets. His spatial awareness allowed him to operate in half spaces, where defenders were uncertain whether to pass him on to teammates or close him down themselves, an indecision that Mbappé ruthlessly exploited. Moreover, Mbappe's understanding of when to stay wide to stretch defenses and when to drift centrally to overload areas meant he could manipulate backlines almost single-handedly. Combined with playmakers like Neymar or Messi at PSG, his movement created synergistic havoc that very few defenses could handle. Psychological impact. The fear factor. During his prime, much like Messi and Ronaldo before him, Mbappé developed a psychological aura that unsettled opponents even before kickoff. Defenders and managers game planned specifically to neutralize him, often doubling or tripling his coverage, dropping deeper lines, or assigning dedicated man markers. This constant over-attention not only distorted opposition shapes but also freed up space for other attackers. Even when Mbappé wasn't directly scoring or assisting, his mere presence forced tactical adjustments that crippled defensive game plans. His confidence, bordering on arrogance at times, also meant he thrived under pressure and in high-stakes matches. This was especially evident in tournaments like the 2018 World Cup, where defenders like Argentina's Marcos Rojo or Croatia's Domagoj Vida struggled to cope with his relentless runs. His 4-goal haul in the 2022 World Cup final across 90 minutes and penalties further cemented his reputation as a player who thrives under the spotlight. Big game brilliance. Mbappé's prime was punctuated with elite performances in critical fixtures. His brace against Bayern Munich in the 2020-21 UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, featuring 2 ice-cold finishes at Allianz Arena, showcased his ability to deliver on Europe's grandest stages. His performance against Argentina in the 2018 World Cup round of 16, where he scored twice and won a penalty, is often considered one of the most electrifying solo displays in modern international football. Similarly, his hat-trick in the 2022 World Cup final, including 2 goals in 2 minutes to drag France back into the contest, further illustrated that Mbappe's brilliance wasn't confined to league matches. He reserved his best for the biggest occasions. Evolution of his role. Throughout his prime years, Mbappé showcased remarkable tactical versatility. While he initially burst onto the scene as a right winger, he transitioned into more central roles over time, operating as a left winger, a second striker, and even a center forward. Under different managers at PSG and France, such as Thomas Tuchel, Mauricio Pochettino, Didier Deschamps, he displayed adaptability, excelling in counter-attacking systems, possession-based play, and fluid front three formations. This evolution made him increasingly difficult to predict and defend. He wasn't locked into a single role, he was dangerous everywhere across the front line. Influence on modern football. Mbappe's prime didn't just produce goals and trophies, it reshaped tactical thinking. Defenders were forced to adapt to deal with attackers who combined explosive speed with clinical technique. Coaches began seeking players with Mbappe's blend of attributes: fast, two-footed, tactically aware forwards capable of stretching defenses horizontally and vertically. Young players worldwide aspired to emulate his style and mentality, a fusion of street football audacity and professional discipline. His image and brand soared globally, cementing him as both a sporting icon and a cultural figure transcending football. To answer the central question, how dangerous was prime Kylian Mbappé? Actually, the answer is unequivocal, frighteningly dangerous. He wasn't just a speed merchant, he was a complete attacking package, a world-class finisher, visionary playmaker, master dribbler, tactically intelligent mover, and a psychological menace to defenses. His ability to decide matches single-handedly, both at club and international level, placed him in the highest tier of football greatness while still in his early 20s. Prime Mbappé embodied the evolution of the modern forward, one who blurred the lines between winger, striker, and creator. His impact on football, much like Messi and Ronaldo before him, extended beyond statistics and trophies. He redefined what it meant to be unstoppable in attack, a force of nature who made even the world's best defenses tremble. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.